welcome to today's webinar. I'm Sean. I'm in charge of content strategy and brand messaging here at Foleon.
Hi, I'm Sanger. I'm responsible for marketing communications here at Foleon. So this webinar is for all marketing communication professionals that create content for lead generation, like white papers or eBooks, but still struggle to achieve the desired results. So Sean and I today we will share some learnings that we gathered while leveraging the art of white paper marketing here at Foleon. So let's kick off. Ready?
Yeah, all right, let's do it. So first of all, what is damaging your lead generation efforts? I want to talk a bit about that. If you're a marketer, you're probably using some kind of gated content assets to generate leads, whether white papers or ebooks. These are referred to as content offers sometimes, or content upgrades, or lead magnets, or just data capture assets. Now, usually it's a landing page with a form on it. People fill it out and they get a PDF in their mail or get a download link or something. Now, this process, it hasn't changed for years. We've been doing it for a long time. And frankly, it's quite awkward. I just want to show a quick example here on my screen of what it looks like to download one of these. And the friction involved in it. So this is just some company, I don't know, but they're offering a white paper. So I've got to fill out this long form. Let's see, I've requested this before, so let me just type in a fake email here. My phone number, my job title. Sander, what's my job title again?
I think you're a strategist.
I'm a strategist. Foleon, and I'm interested in smart meters. That sounds cool. Go away, annoying pop-up. I'm agreeing to something and submitting the form. All right, so that's step one. Now, where's my white paper? It is being sent to me in my email. Okay, so that's another step. Let me go check my inbox. All right, I've got an email. No attachment. Okay, so here's the link. All right, so here's my scary looking white paper or ebook or whatever it is. But now this is my browser. I want it on my computer because I'm not going to read it right now. So I have to download it. Try to remember what it's called. Save. Head over to my file system. Downloads folder, I guess. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, now I've got these guys' white paper on my computer, so I can read it later. As you can see, that was quite a bit of work, and every step that you add to the process means more friction for your users and more of a drop-off rate and a lower conversion rate. So you want to make this process as painless as possible. Now let's show the same process really quick on mobile, because I just want to emphasize how big of an obstacle this actually is. You probably know that right now about 54% of all internet traffic is on a mobile device. So if you're offering it an ebook or a white paper or whatever on your site, there's a good chance that people are going to be using a mobile device. Let me send this tab really quick to my phone. Okay, so I just found the same landing page on my phone now. And it's got the same long form. Man, and I really hate typing on my phone. It's I avoid it at all costs. Some people are really good. My sister, she can like text message at 100 words per minute, but for me, I find it so tedious to try to type on these small buttons.
I guess it's a generation thing, Sean.
Are you saying that I'm old? Test 2. Where's the at? Oh, here it is. Foleon. Oh, misspelling. See, I'm really motivated. Otherwise, I wouldn't be filling this out. This is just too much work on a mobile device. I'm My job title is that I'm a man. Foleon. This time I'm interested in safety. I agree. And I submit. Awesome, it worked. Okay, so now I gotta head over to my email to actually get the white paper. So I've gotta open up a different app. Let's see, I need the right account here. All right, I got another email from them with a link to the ebook. Here it is. And oh yeah, of course it doesn't open because it's a PDF, so I need to like download it, I think. Is it downloading? No, I think it's done. Oh yeah, here, okay, downloaded. Wow, okay. So now how do I find it? Well, you need to have like a file manager. Luckily, I'm kind of a power user, so I've got a file manager on my phone. But I think most users are not really good at, don't understand even the file structure on a phone. So here's the ebook. Now I can finally access this ebook. I've got it on my phone. It's saved on my local storage, so I can read it later. As you can see, painful process. Really hard to access it, but this is how most marketers are doing it still. It's kind of outdated, and here's another thing too. I mean, PDF. Look how hard it is to read on a mobile device. I've literally
you need
got
my glasses.
Yeah, can I borrow them? I've literally got to just read one line. I've got to zoom in and pan around. I mean, PDFs are just not intended for mobile. So that's just the process from a reader's perspective. What about from our perspective as a marketer? So this company has this landing page here, and thanks to Google Analytics, they can see at least how many people come to that landing page and how many people fill out the form. Since they're sending an email, an automated email, they can probably see how many emails got sent, how many, what the open rate on that email is, and maybe how many people click the link on accessing the PDF. But that is as far as it goes. What about the content itself? What about this PDF ebook? It seems like nobody ever asks that. Well, we've been so stuck in this method for so long that, the fact is, this company has no idea if I'm even reading this ebook or not. Yeah, they can see I downloaded it, but did I read it? Did I enjoy it? Did it lead to anything for me? I mean, they don't know how many pages of it I read, or they don't know how many, what topic in it I find interesting. With a PDF, you simply can't collect any data because it's an offline format. And I just want to say something. Modern day marketers should not be using a format that they cannot track. And another thing, you can't track shares. I mean, like, if somebody shares your white paper, that's a great thing, right? But you'd like to see that. Look, Sander, what's your email address?
It's sander.com.
Yeah, I got it. Free ebook. How would you like a free ebook?
Oh, that sounds quite good actually.
So, just to show how easy it is, this company, now that I have their ebook, they lose complete control over it. They have no control over the distribution. I can share it with whomever I want. I can share it with 100 people. And the thing is, Sander has their ebook now, but
almost.
but they don't get his contact details. So this is a huge limitation.
Okay, cool. Oh, nice, interesting. But I think this could also be quite relevant for Michiel, our head of marketing. So I'll just forward it ebook. He has no idea I'm sending it now. That's just for the webinar, so he'll probably ask me some questions afterwards. There you go, Michiel. Enjoy.
See, unlimited distribution. We can make this thing go viral if we want. But it's sad because from a marketing perspective, this company is not getting any of the data from Sander or from Michiel. All they got was my email address, and now I can share it with whomever I want. And another thing with that, what if they've got outdated information in their ebook? What if their contact details change or they need to update something? Well, this PDF is already in distribution, and God knows how many people have downloaded it. It's not like they can recall all those PDFs, right? They can't change some of the information. So what we've got here are two big problems that we want to solve, and that's what we're going to do in this webinar. The first of the problems, we want to create an easier, more user-friendly way for visitors to get your content and for them to give you their contact details. So without filling out this long form and then switching to their email, switching back, downloading it, finding it, we want to make it easier. And the second thing we want to do is to find a way for marketers to obtain data-driven insights about what your leads do after downloading your content. So not just how many people downloaded it, but what they did with it, who they shared it with, what pages they read, how far through they got it, what they liked, what they didn't like, what they disregarded, and so forth. So those are the two problems we're going to look at. So the question then is, what would an alternative look like? What would make this process easier for the user and more useful for us marketers? Now, the real hiccup in this process is the PDF. I mean, the fact that we're using the PDF format, that's what is creating all these problems for ourselves. The first problem is distribution, because it's an offline file format, but your users are online. You've got to find a way to connect it. You need to build a landing page with a form and find a way to send it to them. And the second problem is that PDFs are just unmeasurable, right? They just live on a hard drive. Unlike websites, you can't get any data about how it's used. So how can we address all of these problems? The answer is to use a different format. We want to solve this problem by using web technology instead of PDFs. With web-based white papers and eBooks that are gated not with a form but with social login, it's easier for users to access because it just takes one click, and it's easier for the marketer to measure, and they can be responsive, which means they'll display perfectly on mobile devices. And with a web-based white paper or ebook, you can track pass-along, which means if somebody shares it, you get their data too. So why is this so much better? Because it removes friction for the user, and it will dramatically increase your conversion rates. And I just want to show you what this looks like. Sander, you recently tweeted something, didn't you?
I think I just shared an awesome white paper this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Gotta spoil my followers.
Oh, there you are. You are on the top of my home feed.
Oh.
All right, so this is an interactive ebook, a web-based white paper or ebook or whatever you want to call it, that we created. And check this out. It's gated with social login instead of a long form. So remember that long form I had to fill out on the other page?
The one that took minutes?
Yeah. How many fields were there?
I don't know, my attention was gone.
Check this out. All right, I'm in. I have access. So it took 1 or 2 clicks. For me, it took 2 clicks because I had to choose which account to log in with my LinkedIn. But for the average user, it's a 1-click sign-in. And as a marketer, you get all their info directly from LinkedIn. So there's no chance that the visitor fills in any fake information in the form, because if you log in with LinkedIn or Facebook, it just pulls that data directly from there. So as a marketer, you're getting way better information. And with a web-based white paper like this, you can also get insights in how it performs. Let me just show you really quick what the reporting dashboard for this looks like. So this is our web-based white paper, and we can see all of the metrics you would just expect to have as a marketer. How many visitors, how many sessions, how long they spent looking at it. And check this out, you can even see on a page-by-page basis which pages in your white paper or ebook people are looking at, how much time they spend on each page, what the bounce rate is, so you can really determine what sections of your ebook and white paper are effective and which aren't, and so you can optimize it. But there's even more to this. This white paper has CRM integration in it. So anytime someone views this, in my CRM, I can see that. This is HubSpot here. This is the CRM that we use. You might use a different one. That's okay. It integrates with pretty much any CRM that can do tracking. And I can see right on this person's timeline. It's a fake lead that I created, by the way. This isn't a real person, just for the sake of this webinar. But I can see that they have viewed 4 pages in this white paper right now.
And you can actually use that data to trigger follow-up tasks, etc., right?
Exactly. So when you have this data in your CRM, you can do all kinds of smart things. For example, I created a list right here. These are all the people who have viewed this demo white paper at least one time. So this is just a smart list, and now I can use this to trigger all kinds of marketing automations if I want to. These are all fake people, by the way. And here I created another list. These are all people who have viewed it multiple times. So people who have checked out our white paper, left, and then opened it again. And with this kind of information, I can be really smart with my follow-up. If you're just sending a PDF to everybody, the only thing you can do is, one-size-fits-all approach and just email them all the same thing. But with this, I know who the really engaged people are.
And even which parts of the white page they are highly engaged with.
Exactly. So with this list, I created a simple little workflow here. So anybody who views my my white paper multiple times, I immediately create a task for myself to follow up with them, because the assumption is, okay, they've viewed my white paper multiple times, they're super interested, so I want to follow up with them as quickly as possible. So let's check out this guy, Paul Littlewood. And indeed, he's looked at the white paper multiple times. Yeah, you can see it here. And let's look over that tasks. Yeah, it automatically created a task for me. Follow up with his hot lead.
It's overdue, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I gotta write this fake guy if I can find him, or maybe there really is someone named Paul Littlewood. But you can. What you can do is pretty much unlimited based on engagement inside your ebook. I mean, you can segment people based on which pages they read, based on how long they spend reading there, and you can really take a personalized follow-up approach with all of them. Now, the other great thing I want to show you, what happens if I want to share this with somebody. Sander, let me share this. Sander. Okay, in this case, not free ebook. Now check this out. Remember that PDF I sent him? He could just access it right away. Okay, I just sent you a not free ebook.
That doesn't sound appealing.
Not for you maybe, but as a marketer, I'm really excited because once you get this,
there we go. Same form.
Yeah, so the form is embedded in the white paper rather than on a landing page. The white paper has the form in it, which means anybody that you share it with is going to see that form too. So for me as a marketer, I get all of those second degree leads too. The more people share it, the more people access it, I get all their information. I can track, pass along, see exactly how many shares were made and collect all of those leads too. So finally, web-based white papers provide for, I mean, you just briefly saw it, but it provides for a much more interactive experience. I mean, they're mobile friendly, they're responsive, they can include all kinds of background videos, transitions, animations. Sunder's going to talk a lot more about this. But from a data perspective, you guys, this is the future of lead generation. I mean, PDFs, they're really cool because, you know, they're cross-platform, everything, but they're essentially dumb documents. It's a big black hole in your data. When people download them, you literally have no idea if people read them. This is just a new format that gives you, as a marketer, the ability to really see what's happening with your content and gauge your ROI. And it's so much easier for the user to access as well. So I'm just going to show you a quick recap of what we just talked about. So using web-based ebooks and white papers, you remove friction for the user because they can log in with one click. You get more complete and accurate data because they're using social login, which means no more fake leads. You get data from your content so you can actually see if it's effective, and then you can optimize it and improve it based on that data. Then you can collect data from second and third degree leads as well, because as people share it, they encounter the form too. Another great thing you can do with web-based ebooks and white papers I didn't mention, you can add stuff like retargeting pixels inside them, so you can really remarket to your audience even after they leave your content. You stay in control of distribution. If your ebook has been sent to 1,000 people and then you realize, oh, there's an error in there, you can update it, and all those people will see the most recent version, so you don't have to worry about out-of-date information anymore. And finally, you can incorporate all kinds of rich media. All right, so that's what I wanted to say, and I'm going to pass it on to Sunder now, if you're ready.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Sean. So let's talk about that future of lead generation you just mentioned. You know, research shows that readers spend 47% longer with digital publications than with traditional collateral like static PDFs. And the web is
47% longer with web-based publications.
Close to 50.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rounded up to 50. And the web is like packed with blog posts that are shared every day, and well, you just mentioned, and we already saw that attention spans are getting shorter.
Yeah, it's content overload.
I didn't even know what you filled in after 5 minutes. So, in order to grab the attention of your readers, you should offer them like visual content experience they won't easily forget. So think of rich animation, stunning imagery, full screen background videos. You know, you should make it an interactive visual experience. So I'd like to dive into 5 major benefits of using digital white papers in order to create those experiences I just mentioned. While going through those benefits, I'll share some impressive examples of our peers, of other Foleon users, how they really stood out with their content. So the first benefit I like to touch base on is that digital white papers, they're optimized for mobile. Like you already mentioned it earlier, like over 50% of internet traffic is now on mobile. Content consumers interact with content on a growing number of devices.
And it just doesn't make sense anymore to put PDFs online that you can't read a PDF on a mobile device. It's just ridiculous.
No, it's simply a necessity these days to provide an impressive experience, like regardless of which device people use. Like you use an Android, I use an iPhone with just one camera.
Android is better.
So, unlike PDFs, Foleon white papers provide your readers with an awesome experience, whatever device they use. So let me show you an example. This is a company called Exedo. It's a global education management organization. And if we go here, like this is a random page of their white paper, this is page 4. You see they incorporated an awesome background image. If you scroll down, You see illustrations, you see a framework and text and quotes and all different kind of awesome visuals. And if I go to my mobile device, so here is I just opened it on my mobile too, and if you look, like it's perfectly responsive. You see the text adapts to the screen size. You see the images coming back there, the illustrations, the text.
It actually looks better on mobile, I think.
It does. It does. I fully agree with you. And it's also possible to adapt the content you show on the device you show it with. So this is an awesome example from one of our partners, Svensson and Friends. It was just shared with me this morning, actually. And if you go to see, if you look at the desktop, they have the same cool background image, nice text, a quote flying in. And I like to zoom in on this part especially.
Oh, it's cool animations.
Really cool animations, and they really combine the images with text, and it looks really neat on desktop. But
so most people, when they see this, they think I'm looking at a website, but this is actually a web-based interactive ebook.
Yeah, correct.
So it's based on the same kind of technology, but it's really for the purpose of gating and generating leads with.
Yeah. If you compare it to the earlier shared white paper, it's not comparable almost regarding the content. Yeah. And the part I would like to show here is that you see on the desktop, you see the awesome images, text, and it's a nice. It looks really neat. And if I look at it on my mobile, you see that they got rid of the images just to make it a readable experience for the content consumer. Another thing I like to show on mobile is that if you want to go to the next page, other than clicking on, you can click on it, but you can also just swipe to the right or to the left. So it's really, it's mobile responsive.
Yeah, it feels like a magazine kind of, or a native app. Even.
Yeah,
it's really nice on mobile.
Yeah. So that's for the mobile part, and so the second benefit that I like to dive into is that digital white papers give you the possibility to have an interactive experience. So instead of making your white paper a one-way conversation, you're able to engage your readers with CTAs, hotspots, embeds, and overlays that respond to user actions. To give an example, I'd like to show a white paper made by the international accounting firm BDO. They really made it an interactive two-way conversation. So if you go to the white paper, and we're here on page 3, you see all these hotspots on the page, and they only pop up on command of the reader. So if I decide to read this interview, I click on this one. Let's show another one. And you see they also play with the imagery depending on the hotspot.
Oh, you can't do that with a PDF.
No, I haven't seen it until now. Let's go to the next page. So here you see another hotspot with practical GDPR tips from a privacy expert. There's a scroll down button. So if I click on that, it shows the rest of the page to me. So it's a true interactive experience. So and before diving into the next benefit, I would love to share how we also use embedding within our own content offers. So if I go to this content offer, and we're in there's an embedded meeting form, so schedule a call with Caitlin, one of our content experts, and I can pick whatever time I want in her schedule, and I can directly book a meeting with her.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's on the last page of this ebook. So if a lead has accessed it, they like what we're doing, they can just book a meeting right away with one of our representatives.
Yeah.
With this constantly up-to-date integrated calendar here.
Yep. Yeah, and if in this case, we also gave them another option to go to our website to book a demo, where there's more information what they can expect about a live demo. So we offer both options. So you can have like the interactive buttons and also embed the meeting schedules directly, so they stay within your content library. So the third benefit I would like to touch base on is that digital white papers, they're designed for maximum impact. So with rich animations, videos, embedded media, and fluid transitions, digital white papers leave a lasting impression. The following example is actually one of my all-time favorites. I think you saw it yesterday too. It's from TCC. It's a global consultancy firm, and they truly master the skill of creating engaging and impactful content. So if we go to the cover page, you see the title, your systems will fail, so what can you do about it? And then you see an awesome background video of a guy smashing his laptop. I'm actually quite jealous at this guy that he gets to do that. But besides being it looks really cool, but it also there's a link between the text about systems failing, and actually the text is brought to life by showing the pain the person experiences when systems fail.
Yeah, there's so much you can do in an ebook or a white paper with the ability to add a video.
Yeah.
Whereas a PDF, you've got some text and some images, but yeah, this is just so much more rich.
Yeah. So if we just scroll through this white paper, well, there's like a nice background image here. Made use of some illustrations with text. And there are the good old hotspots again. So, it's a truly interactive, impactful.
Yeah, really nice.
Some parallax effects. And then on the end page, they have a button where you can subscribe, and that leads to their website. So, that's, I think, benefit number 3 already. And number 4 is basically what Sean also already showed. It's the easy one-click access. So there's no more switching from landing page to inbox to download link to PDF. But you can put lead forms right inside your white papers and use social login for one-click access. Just another example. Here we have our white paper or ebook on digital content creation, and now we see you get to read the introduction. But if you want to start reading the actual content after the introduction, you're asked to fill in your form, your contact details, and you can do that either with social login or fill in your details via the form.
So it's gated on like the third page of the ebook.
Yeah. So the idea behind that for this content piece is that first we want to make them enthusiastic about the content they will read, and then in exchange for that they are willing to share their content.
Yeah, this makes it so much easier for the reader. I mean, this is, for me, my favorite part. I just hate filling in forms. Yeah. Being able to access it with just a couple clicks, that's really, really cool.
Yeah. I'm in your team. So the final benefit already is that Foleon eBooks, white papers, they live on the web. They are designed to be shared, and they include built-in sharing tools. So this helps to increase the virality of your content. And I'd like to show an example of Wageningen University. Wageningen, Sean, can you say it?
How do you say it?
Wageningen.
Yeah,
so that's Wageningen University.
Dutch is a wonderful language.
It is, huh?
It's especially good if you want to whisper in someone's ear. It's a very romantic language.
Yeah.
No, okay. I like Dutch.
It's very useful.
It's practical
in Holland. So Wageningen University, it's an internationally leading university and knowledge institution.
I'm just gonna call it Wageningen.
Wageningen. I think they are often called like that. So we go to their example. they actually frequently create white papers and research reports, and they often share really cool articles on a specific research topic. Here you see the awesome background video again, and if you scroll down, there we go. You see that they incorporated sharing buttons for social media. So these are just a few of them, of the possibilities, but these are like the most commonly used ones. So if I think, oh, this is interesting for my network, I can click on the Facebook icon. It leads me to Facebook.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think with these social sharing buttons, you can share the ebook as a whole with your network, but you can also share individual pages in your ebook.
Yeah. So what I do with this specific example, you see the image that is shared and also the page that is shared is specifically this article. So Wageningen University, they create 20 different articles and all usually different research topics, or at least different topics, and they so it's ideal to share them per page. Yeah, so to conclude, there are 5 major benefits of using digital white papers. So that's they're optimized for mobile. They make it possible to offer an interactive experience. They're designed for maximum impact. You can easily access them via one-click access, and they are highly shareable. So digital white papers aren't only more effective for you as a marketer. These benefits and shared examples show that they simply provide a much better experience for your readers too.
Yeah, and whether you're looking to grow lead volumes or just improve the quality of your leads, or just improve the engagement with your readers, web-based digital white papers and ebooks are really a game changer. If you want to skyrocket your lead generation, this is the way to go. This is the end of our webinar. I think on the slides, we're going to share with you a few more really good examples and some other stuff to read. And if you want to know more or get in touch with one of us, you can see our contact info as well.
Yep. And there's also a QR code that leads you to a demo page. Might you want to know more about creating digital white papers.
Yeah. So if you're super tech savvy, you can scan the QR code.
Yep.
Or you can just go to foleon.com/examples. That works too. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this webinar.
Yep. And see you at the next webinar.
Yep.